Hello to another Let's Talk Sport Live watch along, and tonight we've got the big match in France between Marseille and Lyon. So 3 minutes to go till kick-off, and lineups are announced in the description in good time. And we've also got the lineup right below me, as you can see. So should be a good one this time. Marseille, new coach Gueye, and well, Lyon, nothing changed, still with Rudy Garcia, so should be exciting. And the lineups there. Milik gets his second start for Marseille, so should be an interesting one, that. And in the meantime, also in France, we've had Lille drawing to Strasbourg today, which means that Paris are now only 2 points behind them in the league, which is pretty big, especially in the title race after Paris convincingly won 2-0 yesterday in Dijon. So as usual, don't hesitate to get in contact with me. I'll be reading the comments the whole way through, and looking forward to it. Yeah. So 2 minutes to kick off now, and the players are just about getting on the pitch. Meantime, I'm also watching Liverpool versus Sheffield, which actually I haven't been paying attention to because, well, I had to get this set up. But 0-0. Didn't expect many goals in that one. So, it's as expected. So basically, all the results in League 1 today, there was Monaco winning 2-0 against Brest, which puts them into top 4. Well, they were already top 4. They're quite clear of top 4 now, 13 points ahead of 5th place Metz, who actually had a very decent win yesterday over Bordeaux. Which, well, I don't think anyone expected Metz to be up there. Angers drew 2-2 to Lens today. Lorient just about beat Saint-Etienne 2-1. Nîmes drew 1-1 with Nantes. Rennes 0-0 with Montpellier. Lille 1-1 with Strasbourg. So it's been a kind of draw day. And if we're to take into account recent history between Monaco and Marseille, usually there are winners, but I mean the last match, well, the reverse fixture ended 1-1, which Payet scored in the 16th minute, then gets sent off in the 19th. So, should be filled with action this game. And let me just get those lineups in the description for you all, as you so impatiently are. So, kickoff should be just around the corner now. So don't forget, as usual, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be trying to get in touch with as many of you as possible. Just going to put all these lineups in order, and I'll be right with you. Yeah, I didn't hope for Ngapandouetnbu. I can't say his name. It's a really long name. Look at it in the comment, and I really didn't want to type that out. I might have got it wrong, but I've gone over it and it looks right. So tell me if there are any mistakes in that lineup. Yeah, Marseille's players aren't the easiest to work with. So, bad. La. Okay, there we go, and we're off. And the match is still not on the way. Bit delayed. But, I mean, good for me who had to put the lineups in. And considering if you look at Marseille's bench, that was some tough work. Oh my word. But should be a good one in the Velodrome tonight. These two do like to put up a good fight. Probably a bit more disappointed that Marseille or no, Lyon haven't. Well, they've gone for a bit more experience in the midfield. I mean, I say that, and they've got Pacaretta, who's still 23, but it's still older than the likes of Cherki or Cacré. So I'd say disappointed, but then again, I'm not sure whether chances can be taken with such a match. Marseille come into this one. Yeah, maybe a bounce from the new manager Ligue. I mean, they lost against PSG in his first match. Was it his first match? I think it was his first match. Ooh, I am wrong. Ligue was manager before then. But Villas-Boas' last match was the 3-1 loss to Monaco, and then 2-2 draw with Lens' first match. Then lost to PSG, win against Auxerre, drew against Bordeaux, win against Nice, draw against Nantes. So technically, the rhythm should continue that this one would be a win for Marseille. Whereas Lyon, on the other hand, they're in a good run of form. I think it's what, 6 wins in the last 7. Just that 2-1 defeat to Montpellier the other week, which is a shame, or last week even, which is a bit of a shame. But Lyon are just about third now. They're still on the same amount. There's just 1 point below PSG, which is not dramatic. It's if you did ask PSG at the beginning of the season at this point, would they take 1 point below PSG? They'd say yes. Whereas Marseille look like title contenders at the beginning of the season. Now they've dropped off since Villas-Boas has left. It's kind of gone all catastrophic, and we are at kickoff. So I'm going to put my clock back to the beginning. Well, it's just started, so I'm good. Hopefully this is a better game than the earlier game, mate, says Joe Stanley. I hope so too. I really do. But I'm intrigued to see what happens. If Marseille can really push for it now. Marseille have not been terrific this season. Well, they've been strange, and I guess that's the only thing you can say about a Villas-Boas side. They're quite strange. You never really understand what they're doing. Does Villas-Boas really like managing? I'd question it. So Marseille's top scorer is Thauvin. He's also their top assist provider, I guess, with 7 each. But even second is Benedetto, who is suspended for this game, I guess. Oh, no, he is not. But he's not even on... he is still... Benedetto is still suspended, yes. Yeah. So, Thauvin on the receiving end of a tackle early on there. He looks hurt, but I think he might continue. So yeah, Marseille have a free kick deep into their own half. And it's Nagatomo who's on the ball. Long ball up. Will Milik... Oh, no. Will Khaoui, I can't even pronounce the names. Khaoui get on the end of it? No. Doesn't, and just commits the foul on Marcelo. Khaoui just last week scored 2 against Nice in that 3-2 victory for Marseille. The Tunisian international. Depay captaining Lyon yet again today. He's had one of his best seasons at Lyon. This is his second best to record so far. His best season with 19 goals. This season he's currently on 14 goals after 26 games. So he's got 10 more games to... 10 more games, yeah, that's right. To get 5 goals. Doable? Maybe. Still only 27, he's got time. And Mandanda captaining Marseille today. Club legend, been there for a very long time. Had a spell at Crystal Palace in between, but if not, been all Marseille since 2007-8 when he made his debut. So now it's Cornet on the ball. Gets it to Aouar. And Lyon looked to be playing quite slick. So Cadewera on the ball, passing it, and Lyon lose it. Unfortunate that. Unfortunate. I guess that both teams will really want the win. Marseille will want to continue their good run of form. Well, good run of form. Only one defeat since Lague's come in, so continue that, at least win maybe. Lyon's still pushing for the title. If they win tonight, they will go. They're on 56 points currently. They will go 1 point behind Lille after Lille's slip up today. Then there's a chance there for Lyon to really push for the title now. And the foul has been called early on. Depay there against Nagatomo. I think it's Nagatomo. I'm saying that right. Nagatomo, yeah, exactly. Yeah, good. Glad I didn't get that one wrong. So, same thing as usual. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As Mandanda takes the free kick now. Yeah, it looks like this game already has got a few long balls in it. But that's not a problem. Just lost some sound there, so I'm going to have to sort this out. Just let me get this. And it's a quantum Lyon currently. Looks like he might play the shot. He does. Alvaro's on the ball. And the cross from Mendes reaches a Lyon player, but don't know who. It goes over. And a long goal kick from Mandanda, and Milik struggles to get it. It's like it's going to be that kind of game where, oh, it's Thauvin who's, was it Thauvin or Milik? Getting confused. They look similar. So yeah, in the Roma versus Milan, in that important game there in Serie A, it's currently 0-0 after 20 more minutes. This means that Roma are currently 5th after Atlanta's 2-0 win against Sampdoria just early on. I think 5th is still a very good position for Roma. People are unhappy with Fonseca, maybe rightly so. I'm not too sure, but I think Roma are actually having a good season in hindsight. Yeah, so 7 minutes gone in this game, and currently I think one shot, and that was just the one shot there before. And possession's pretty even. Some long balls from both teams. Maybe Lyon are trying to construct the game a bit better than Marseille. And Alvaro wriggling his way through. Can't get past that Marseille midfield. And Lyon are applying pressure higher up for Marseille, so they can't really play out. Nothing really seems effective for Marseille at this point. Long balls, no. Passing it in between the players, no. So, yeah, it might be a tough game for Marseille, especially if they have a very active midfield in Mendes, Aouar and Paqueta. It could be quite a problem for them. I mean, is Gueye really going to get... Papa Gueye and also Kamara really going to get the better of them? It's a young, inexperienced midfield. I say inexperienced, it's what? Third season in Ligue 1 for both of them, despite them being 21 and 22. But still, next to Payet, I don't know how much you can rely on that midfield. Payet is playing a bit of a 10 role, and he's not much of a hard worker. I'll say that as Payet is now out on the left. Vamos OM Gloire, Juste Manina Mbua. I'm guessing an OM fan. Confident about this match? Currently possession is just tilted in Marseille's favour. Do you think they're favourites for this game, or do Lyon just have an upper hand? I think Lyon still have an upper hand, considering that. Also, away, Lyon are the second best team in the league behind Lille. Even better than Paris away from home. And Marseille have... I wouldn't say they've stumbled. They've not been great at home. They're currently 11th in the table, so... Gloire. Confident that Marseille can get something from this? Don't know. Is Ligue going to get something for them? Because he has started well. Or started well enough. Ooh, and a lofted ball coming in for Depay, and Marseille struggled there. Is Caleta-Car, I keep saying it wrong, Caleta-Car, just about struggling to keep Depay quiet there. Good enough work from him. Be intrigued to see who's touched the ball the most in this first half. I'm guessing that Mandanda might be up there. So in this current fixture, Marseille have failed to keep a clean sheet against Lyon for the past 9 games, so that's one thing to take note of. Especially, you know, Lyon aren't the top scorers, but they're definitely third. They're behind PSG and I think Monaco. Sorry Flavian, I can't help you there. We don't have these rights to show the game. I watch via Sky Sports, so I'm sorry I can't help you out there. Now, just after this beginning of the game, it slowed down a bit, tempo. So 10 minutes in and no clear-cut chances for anyone. It's kind of a bit stale at the moment. I mean, there have been some long balls. Seems like both teams are going to find it hard to break down each other, despite the fact that these two teams actually like scoring against each other. I guess there will be goals. Might even be some cards. Who knows? Well, there will be some cards. Ligue 1's discipline has been lower than the top 5 leagues this season by quite a long way. I think 63 or 5, somewhere around there, red cards this season, which is quite high if you look at all the other leagues. Is that because the refereeing is a bit more strict? It's hard to say, but I think a lot of the red cards in Ligue 1 have been deserved. Ooh, and the cross comes in. He struggles to get there, Denayer. Denayer, the Belgian international, who formerly of Sunderland, surprisingly enough. Depay does well to just about keep it in. Takes Payet out the picture. And Denayer just can't get high enough to it. He's also marked by Alvaro, so struggling against the Spanish defender, who, despite playing quite a lot in the Spanish league, has never been capped for Spain, only once for the under-21s. Ooh, and the ball just given away very, very cheaply by Gueye. I think it's Gueye. Yeah, sorry Flavian, I know the football is quite expensive to watch. I see the same problems myself. Yeah. And in this game, Aouar is trying to get a bit more advanced, but Marseille are just surrounding him, which is probably the best way to stop him being dangerous. I mean, I don't follow Lyon enough, but are Mendes and Paqueta really that sort of playlet maker? Is Aouar the one who brings the danger forward? It seems like he might be the one who gets a bit further on, and Marseille just want to suffocate that at the moment, which is probably the way forward. I mean, there's not a lot of space for Lyon to play into there. So, 14 minutes gone, and possession tilting towards Lyon. The shots, definitely. There's been 3 attempts from Lyon and none from Marseille. None for each team on target at the moment. And Deneaz on the ball, and Marseille are trying to press up a bit higher there. A higher press. So, as usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe with any questions, anything. Love people getting involved. Who's supporting Marseille? Who's supporting Lyon? Let us know. I'm intrigued. So Dubois just getting involved in the game a bit further up. The former Nantes player. Another. I mean, he is a French international. Really, he's played He's played in Euro qualification once, UEFA Nations League once, and that's it. But still, a French international, 26-year-old. And from what I've heard, there's been a very good player for them this year for Lyon. I can't judge. He's on the verge of having his best goal scorer in the season. He's got 2 so far. His best was with Nantes with 3. So Lyon still deep into Marseille's third, but Marseille are staying tight. They're staying low and tight, organised so that they can't really get chances. And now Thauvin just bringing it out from his own half, and I think they're relying heavily on him to provide some sort of magic and hope that Milik is on the end. Which makes me think, do they need a Payet on the pitch if they're solely going to rely on Thauvin to provide that magic? Probably not. And Lyon are just breaking away, not quickly, but into Marseille's last third. And a lot of going to get a shot weight, and it goes over the bar. Yeah. Was that Ntcham? I think it was. Kept hold of the ball, dribbled in on his right foot, took the shot, well over. Defending was good, didn't stay too tight, didn't offer him that space. And it's a goal kick to Marseille, which gives Mandanda another chance to touch the ball, which I think he must be in quite decent stats today for the amount of balls he's touched. And just on my other screen I can see Liverpool taking the lead against Sheffield. Curtis Jones. Much needed win for them if they want to stay in contention of top 4. Yeah, and ooh, it looks like it goes out of play. I would feel very hard done if I was Sheffield. Oh, and another shot there from Depay. Depay having to take a shot from outside the box really says a lot. No, I can't, unfortunately I can't. I don't have that sort of permission. We don't want to... The channel will close down if that happens, so unfortunately we're not allowed. I'm really sorry. So Depay taking a shot there from outside the box. Depay's small, so he's not going to exactly get on the end of headers. That could be quite standard, him getting outside the box for that sort of shot. But yeah, it looks like Lyon might be frustrated from the start in this game. They are pushing. They're pushing Marseille hard, but it's not coming off them at the moment. But only 17 minutes in, it could change. Hmm. So both look to be applying high pressure. That's okay. We'll support the stream. Thank you, Arvid. It's always well appreciated. Marseille look to be getting a bit of a better rhythm in the game. Their passing is a bit better than the beginning. Not a lot. Ooh, and the cross comes in. And Milik's just late to it. Comes right across Lopez's goal. And if they had a striker on the end of that, that'd have been a very good chance. That's probably one of the criticisms of Marseille. Do they have an out-and-out striker? It's like I mentioned before, and the top scorer is currently Thauvin, who isn't exactly the one playing up front. He's playing out wide, and I think it's him who puts the ball in. So, yeah, this is what Milik has been brought in to do. I'm not sure if Milik can be that out-and-out goal scorer. Was Ajax to some extent, but I don't see it happening here. He's a great player for Napoli, but not that number 9 that you want on the end of those crosses. When you've got someone like Thauvin and Payet in the squad, you want that person who's going to be on the end of the crosses. I'm not sure Milik is that profile. Like I don't think Depay is either. So yeah, but Marseille working it up a bit. But Lyon looked the most comfortable in this game. Not too bothered actually if Marseille do get chances. They look a bit nonchalant in that sense defensively. But Lyon is the 3rd best defence in the league, which is fitting because they are 3rd in the league. So that adds up. Getting some stats up. Ooh, and it looks like a dangerous attack here. Marseille look open, and oh, it's a goal. Oh, that's a very well worked goal. Marseille opened up. Yeah, it's a Kambi who gets the goal. Hoping Lyon keep a clean sheet today. That would be great. They could. Marseille aren't exactly the most threatening going forward. They've scored a lot less than the teams above them. They might not score. Lyon could keep a clean sheet. That was well worked up from Lyon. The first time that they could get Depay on the ball deeper in behind those 2 holding midfielders, and the cross from is it Paqueta? Paqueta comes out wide a bit. Cross with his left foot. It runs through Marseille defence almost. It goes in front of them, and the Kambe just gets a nice curled shot around. Good finish. It's a good finish. Mandanda can't do much about that. And 1-0 to Lyon. Yeah, so Nkambi, the 28-year-old Cameroon international, with his 12th goal this season. Nkambi has even scored more than any Marseille player this season, and nearly double what their top scorer scored, Thauvin. So, differences between Lyon and Marseille, maybe just that. And Marseille don't seem to have any sort of urgency to get back forward. Oh, thank you, Arvid. Always appreciated. Thank you. Marseille now with the ball in their own half, keeping it quite relaxed. Not too bothered. Well, there's no sense for urgency in the 22nd minute. It's not the end of the world, is it? But yeah, there's still a way back from Marseille. They could have created some good chances. They couldn't have created some good chances. They currently haven't had a shot on goal, but they've got the ball in behind Lyon's defence, which is already a good start. It's one way forward, right? Oh, I'm doing things wrong here with my... Ooh, and Marseille a bit more open now, and Huar's on the ball. Poor pass though. Poor pass. He's intercepted by Lirola. And now Marseille break. Oh, just a bad touch there. Who is it took that touch there? Ah, it's Lirola. Lirola intercepts the ball and runs up the pitch, and Marcelo tackles him easily, and There's a foul apparently, which I find quite odd. I didn't see that one coming. But anyway, Marseille is still on the ball again. Oops. No worry for them. And Thauvin does well again. Ooh, and who stumbles in the penalty box there? They're claiming for one. Well, not all of Marseille are, but that player particularly. Okay. Oh, and it looks like they've got a free kick in it. No, it's not been given for Marseille. They could probably call themselves unfortunate. Now Aurar's breaking away quite slowly, keeping the ball in a tight space, and consequentially fouled. Very well played by Aurar. Can't even say his name anymore. Then Gueye just takes him down. Didn't need to. There was no need to take him down there. Aurar wasn't exactly running towards goal. He could have just held his own, pushed him away in some way. Didn't need to commit the foul, but Aurar did really well to keep the ball in that tight space there. And Lyon now have the ball again in Marseille's half quite comfortably. Ooh, Depay turns really well, dropping in between those lines again. And once Marseille's two pivots, Kamara and Gueye, get behind or in front of Depay, shall I say, then he's got less options and he struggles a bit more. So what's been the essential part of Lyon's game is getting Depay in those areas, in the false number 9 area, which he is known to do. So now Thauvin is creating more problems for Lyon's defence. Tries getting the cross in, bounces off Denea, then bounces off Thauvin again, out. Unfortunate there. But the real threat for Marseille is looking like Thauvin coming down that right hand side. Now it's exactly what you'd want to aim for if you're Lyon, because Dubois, I mean, some can criticise his defending abilities, but he's without doubt a better defender than Cornet. Cornet can bring a lot going forward. So if you're Thauvin, exploit that right hand side, and that's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing at the moment. Marseille. I don't really see the point of Payet in this match. I don't think he's adding a lot when tucking into that midfield. He's not adding a lot when he's playing in that number 10. He's not adding a lot when he's out wide. Yeah, I think Marseille are almost playing with 10 men at this point. So Depay brings the header down there, and Marseille's midfield too is looking a bit absent recently, so I think that's something that Lyon should look at. Get Depay dropping into that space, or maybe get Aouar advancing into that space, and I think they'll create themselves quite a lot of opportunities in this sort of game. But I think Marseille need to really rethink their strategy in this match, because just depending on it going down the right towards Thauvin, it's probably wishful thinking. Yes. So Nagatomo's still on the ball here, playing it back to Gueye. Gueye just playing it all the way back to Caleta-Car, and Marseille just slowing the game down. Ooh, and a very good pass from Gueye over towards Thauvin. Ooh, and Khaoui's got on the edge of the box. He could take a shot. They close him down easily. Payet's cross comes in. It just goes over Thauvin, and Milik wasn't expecting that. I think Milik was expecting Thauvin to get on the end of that. Thauvin just a bit too small for that one. It goes over Dubois' head as well, who's not expecting Thauvin to miss that header. Unfortunate. Could have been a good chance for Marseille there. Technically a shot. I think that's technically a shot. Unless the stats people don't count that as a shot. I don't know. Long ball forward from Lyon, and Marseille can slow down the game again. Gueye currently on the ball. And it's Kamara. Ooh, all the way across to Thauvin. Quite a nice long ball. And Thauvin looks like he wants to put it in. No, he drops it over to Lirola. And he goes out for a goal kick. Oh, didn't see that one there. It bounces off Cornet into Lirola's head and out of play. You could say Marseille have been a bit unfortunate with the rebounds today. just going back to that replay where Dubois does eventually manage to get a hold of it, but kicks it towards his goalkeeper very lightly. So decided to just put up on me on another screen, Villarreal versus Atletico Madrid, where Atletico Madrid are currently leading 1-0. Big game for the title race there. So there's an own goal. Okay. But that means Atletico Madrid, with a game in hand on Barcelona, are 5 points ahead of Barcelona. Real Madrid still have their game to play. I think it's later on tonight. Or it's tomorrow against Real Sociedad. Will be an interesting one, that. See what Real Sociedad can do after being eliminated by Manchester United in the FA Cup. What am I saying? Europa League. Oh, I've just seen the own goal back, and that is very unfortunate from Villarreal. That's very unfortunate. So Marseille now deep into Lyon's half, and a very wishful shot there. Goes out for a corner. Thauvin shooting with his left foot, drags it a bit, but it does come off whom? Can't even see properly. Yeah, so it comes off Paqueta. Okay. Don't really see that going off Paqueta, but, you know, the referee's giving it, no one's complaining. We continue, I guess. Corner from Marseille. Who's going to be taking this one? Decent cross comes in, but no one's on the end of it. It's just on the edge, the middle of the 6-yard box. Oh, Gueye gets in front of it, winning the ball back, and Marseille get themselves a free kick. Just on the edge of the final third of Lyon's final third. They're building up a bit faster, Marseille. Well, not faster. They're getting into those positions. He's tackled by Aouar, Gueye, so does well to get in front of Aouar. This looks like it's going to be Dimitri Payet who delivers the ball in. We know that he's very good with a dead-eye ball situation. Now, the problem with Marseille is how much height do they really have in that team. They've got, I think, Gueye and Kamara. Is Kamara quite big? Gueye looks very big, so I think there are certain people they might be aiming for. Lyon are playing with an extremely high line there. Okay, no. They drop back quite a bit. And Dubois gets out for a corner. Dubois doesn't look very comfortable with clearing away these balls, but he is the one getting on the end of it, clearing the ball out of danger for Lyon, so credit to him. And Lyon just about edging possession at the moment, 53%. And Payet puts the ball in. One is a very good cross. Oh, unfortunate there. And Milik is screaming for a corner. Looks like Alvaro is free. Oh, apologies, Caleta-Car is free on the far post. If the ball arrives at him properly, he has got a very easy shot at goal. So unfortunate there. Bounce just didn't go their way. But it is a goal kick now for Lyon. So, after 32 minutes, currently 1-0 to Lyon. This 1-0 victory means that they are 1 point behind Lille and are in second place. They jump ahead of Paris, despite Paris winning 4-0 yesterday. And the goal from Akanbi is the one that separates them at the moment. So basically, every one of the 3 games I'm watching now, the away sides are winning 1-0. Liverpool, Lyon, and Atletico Madrid. And I say that just as Liverpool get a second, which is, well, I don't think they say speak of the devil, but it's something similar, let's just say. And Marseille are playing a bit higher up, so wishful ball from Akanbi there, trying to get the pie in behind, but badly executed. And Lirola managed to just about play out. And he's surging forward now on the right hand side, and it looks like he could put a cross in it. Oh, it's a great floated cross in, but Marcelo gets his head on it and it's out for a corner. I like this Lirola player. I haven't seen enough of him, but I'm liking what he's offering. He's not too adventurous, but then he does go forward sometimes. So another corner for Marseille at the moment. And it comes in from Payet, and it's very well delivered. Ooh, and it's just over from Thauvin. It's unfortunate. Looks like he just gets ahead of his man. Ooh, and is it Khaoui? Khaoui? How do you pronounce it? Khaoui? Who gets ahead of him? I can't see who gets the last touch there. But it's a Marseille player and it's out. And Lyon are playing out from the back, but Marseille are applying pressure. And they've done well, Lyon. They've broke away from the press, which means they can get a bit more in behind Marseille with pace. Cross comes in for Aouar. So Kadewere gets it, and now he's got it again in the box. Cross comes in, badly executed. And Mendes just plays it out again. Okay, Marseille have slowed them down. Exactly what I needed. But Lyon look like they can break at this Marseille defence. If Marseille play high enough, Lyon can run in behind. They can get those running behind, even running behind their midfield towards the defence. They just need space to run into. If they don't have it, Lyon look like they're not really going to create a chance. And Kadewere gets it to Aouar. Aouar back to Marcelo. Long ball across to Akambi and found him really well. Great ball and gets Aouar in through near the byline. Can he keep it in? He does. Now he just dribbles past. Looks like he's going to create an opening on his right foot. Oh, and it's just blocked. Kadewere is here in the box. Still with the ball bouncing around. And he just can't get it under the control. It looks like Dubois takes it from an offside position. Unfortunate from Lyon. It looked like they really got the better of Marseille there on that passage of play. Dubois is offside. Then he comes back in, takes the ball off Kadewere, and wow, it's just a silly thing to do. But it didn't look like Kadewere, is that how you say it? Kadewere had it under control. He always looked like he was struggling to control the ball. So yeah, 1-0 still. Good chance for Lyon to take advantage, but they couldn't. It seems like they slow the game down at the wrong moments. And now Lyon are deciding to apply a high press, which is a theme of this game in some senses. A very high press, and Marseille managed to play out from it. I mean, Kamara does well. Now it's to Payet. Kamara again. And he's just passed it to Lirola, has he? And he's just given the ball away cheaply there. And Lyon look like they can stay comfortable in possession again. Yeah, Lyon still keeping possession in Marseille's half quite comfortably. No intense pressure from Marseille. Sitting back. They know that if they sit back, Lyon aren't going to do much harm. If they start applying pressure, creating no spaces in behind, that's where you get the pie peeling off the defenders and really causing problems. Or even a Kambi or Kadewere. I've got to say it right sometime. Now it's Cornet. Oh, just looked away for a second and I think Mandanda has had to pull off a save from Depay there. Has he? Oh, and Depay does get a header in, but it goes wide. Nicely floated across from Cornet. Depay gets in front of Kamara, who's not following him, and what Depay would want, he doesn't want to stay on the last defender, he'd stay more on the midfielders, then run into the box and get those chances. Does well. Ooh, and I think Khaoui, I can't say it right. Khaoui just about got past that high Lyon line. Lopez has come out claiming for the ball, kicked out of play for a throw-in. That's what a sweeper keeper does, but Lopez can be a bit more extravagant sometimes. I guess that's Lyon goalkeepers, because I think of Lugo Lloris the same way. A bit extravagant while coming out of goal, and not that much thought into it, more instinct. So, oof, Thauvin again gets into the box, into a good area, and the shot is blocked. Unfortunate there for Marseille. But now Lyon look like they want to break, but Marseille have got their low block back quickly. No worries there. And Cornet looks to run into the space. Just gives it to OR in the end. And Lyon look like they're dependent on individuality in this sort of match. The strategy isn't really there. They're hoping Awar gets out of these spaces, and if Awar can get out of these tight spaces, then they're laughing because he can create something. And the cross from... Oh, the cross from... Who was that player? Was that Kadewere? I think so. Just cut out. Yeah, so Cornet blocking Thauvin shot. Maybe Thauvin can take it with his right foot. The fact that he takes it with his left foot brings it across goal again. That makes it just that bit easier to block it. If he shoots with his right foot to Lopez's near post, none of the Lyon players are blocking that one, but Cornet does well to get across quickly. And yet again, Marseille are playing out from the back. Fair enough. But if they're going to play out from the back, they've got to maintain the ball, which they actually have in all fairness. If they decide to boot it long, then they've got to have a solution. Payet, Thauvin, Khaoui. These players aren't exactly the tallest. It's not a great solution if you're booting it long. I can get why they do it. But when they put it long, there's no guarantee. It's only worked the long balls when someone's in space out wide, like Thauvin has been multiple times. If not, the long ball has not worked for Marseille today. Playing out from the back has worked a bit more. Ooh, and Thauvin tries getting on the end of it. He just about does. He does well there. Cross comes in low, badly executed, but Denayer doesn't do much better with it, and falling to ground manages to put it out for a corner. It's a bit of an extravagant movement from Denayer there, who's under no pressure whatsoever, and it's not exactly the most powerful of crosses. Could do much better, I'd say. You can do much better. So Payet to bring it to deliver the corner. He didn't take the corner on that side before, which I found strange. And ooh, it's well placed, and Alvaro, I think, gets the last touch on it. Does he? Ah, no, it's Denayer again who gets the... No, it's Alvaro. Denayer's marking him, but Alvaro gets the touch on it, and I don't know how they've given a corner for that one. That's a strange one, I have to say, but I'm not going to question it too much. I may have seen the wrong angle. And the referee's putting his finger up to his earpiece, as if video assistant referee has spotted something. I'm curious what this might be. I mean, Alvaro's protesting that he received an elbow to the face. He's just saying that he's just basically gesturing the elbow. Yeah, so it looks like Denayer's elbow goes into Alvaro's face. Now that I see it, Denayer is the last one to touch it before it goes out. I think that would be a very, very soft call if that were to be given. Alvaro basically heads into his elbow. Oh, it hasn't been given, so the corner's going to be taken by Payet. Not a great one, but it bounces back down to Torre, and shot on goal, blocked with the arm from Paqueta. And the referee has not hesitated to give that, and it is a yellow card for Paqueta. I thought that was a penalty instantly. I thought that it was... He's showing his body where the ball hit him. Ah, okay, so the ball... It comes from Gueye, left-footed shot. It bounces off his body, then onto his arms. So by that law, it shouldn't be given. He's showing everyone his abdomens where he's hit by the ball. It doesn't mean anything in all fairness. It could have come off his arm and then onto his body as well. And the Lyon players just look outraged. I think that isn't a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty, because it bounces off his knee onto his body and then onto his arm. If it bounces off a body part onto your arm, then technically it is not a handball. This referee disagrees. VAR must disagree. And so Thauvin to take the penalty to make it 1-1 before half time. And with their first shot on goal, if it is to be, their first shot on target, if it is to be on target, can Thauvin, the most liveliest of the Marseille players, make it that? And he does. And little stutter while coming up to the penalty. Lopez goes the wrong way. Oh, and it's Milik. I'm sorry. Oh God, how bad of me to get that wrong. So Milik makes it 1-1 now. So I mentioned not having a goal scorer in Marseille. Well, it's a penalty, so I mean we can avoid getting too carried away. But in every start for Milik for Marseille, he's scored. So you can't really complain with that, can you? Coming back from injury, back into the starting lineup with a goal. Nice little stutter penalty. And Lopez knows already it's in. Or he's not getting it, at least. So, 43 minutes played. 1-1. So, unfortunately, Arvid, if you are still watching, maybe not. Lyon didn't manage to keep a clean sheet. It's going to be one of those days. I'd have to say that I don't think it was a penalty. I think that shouldn't have been. That shouldn't have been a penalty. Oh, Aouar's in behind. Oh, that's a really good chance. The ball's played into Aouar in behind the defence. It's going away from goal. He pulls the ball across goal, and the Payet just can't get on the end of it. It's out for goal kick. It has been flagged offside, so no worries whatsoever there for Marseille. I think I've said no worries quite a lot in the stream, but I'll try and avoid that next time. Yep. 1 minute of added time. Announced by the fourth official. So Milik and Ntcham be the difference makers at the moment, or the reason why it's all square. And Mandanda's free kick just goes out of play. That was terrible. Where was that going? Bad for Mandanda. He's had a fair amount of goal kicks for a goalkeeper today. Well, for a goalkeeper. Had a fair amount of goal kicks. It seems like he's had a fair amount of free kicks as well to take. But I don't remember them being very, very precise. So Lyon is just 15 seconds away from half time. Dubois with a throw in deep into their half. And he's back with the ball again. Mendes plays it back to Denayer. And I think that is about going to conclude the first half at this point. And it is. The referee has blown his whistle. It is half time. I've accidentally put full time and not half time. That is not to be worried. No worries for that. Let's put it in black. Would be a bit more logical, wouldn't it? Make a bit more sense. So yeah, half time, and that is not at all lined up. Half time, 1-1 between Marseille and Lyon in this game, and for the moment, it's going to be exactly like the reverse fixture. Last time it was 1-1 between these two. The home team got a penalty, which was Lyon. Aouar put away, but Payet, the goal scorer for Marseille in that game, got a red card. So no red card for the moment. Who's to say there won't be one? I don't know. But this time, I think it's been an interesting game. I think Marseille can take some positives, that they've managed to hold their block quite low, and they haven't been too affected by that. I mean, it's only when they started playing high that Lyon looked to get into dangerous positions. I think both can take positives from it, both can take negatives from it too. It's not exactly a perfect game, is it? But yeah, I don't know who will be the winner. I think this could stay a draw. I think Lyon are frustrating themselves with the ball. So yeah. Just to go over a bit of first half stats, as you would. For the moment, Lyon just about have the better of possession with 54%. Total shots 9 for Lyon, 5 for Marseille. On target 1 each, which could say a lot about the goalkeepers, I guess. Shots off target for Marseille 1, 4 for Lyon. Blocked shots 3 for Marseille, 4 for Lyon. Marseille have had more corner kicks with 5-2. Offsides, Marseille have had none. Lyon have had 4, which is a considerable amount. Fouls 5-6. Lyon just about having more fouls. That one more yellow card for Lyon was the Paqueta handball. And just in general stats, you see that Marseille are being dominated in the passing stats and accurate passes and long balls and dribbles and possession. And even Lyon have lost possession more than Marseille. They've won more duels than Marseille, 26-27. Lyon just about edging it. This is going to be a bit more of a telling stat. Marseille have had 2 successful crosses out of 12 attempted. Lyon have had 1 successful cross attempted out of 8. I think the brightest player in that half, I've not been overly impressed with anyone for the moment. I think Denea and Marcelo dealt with the danger quite well. They seem to hold their own, even if they're not exactly comfortable in doing so. They seem to hold their own as that defensive unit. They work well together. I still thoroughly believe that. Haven't seen Kambi that much. I've seen Kadewere a bit more, but his crosses haven't been exactly effective. I can't remember him successfully putting a cross in. The player I've been impressed with personally is either Awar. I thought Awar has dealt with tight situations really well. He for me, has shown that he's such a close control footballer. If you put 2 players around him, Kamara and Gueye, then he's going to dribble his way out, which is what you want from a player like that. He is a fantastic player. Let's not forget he's only 22 and he's probably Lyon's best player. I'd say even ahead of Depay. Depay has shown a bit of a great tactical awareness. He saw that staying on the last man would not work. He doesn't do that anyway, does he? He is a peel-off false number 9 striker. He's not number 9. So that's what he's done. He's got into good positions between the midfield 2, the pivot that is, Gueye and Kamara, and then in behind Alvaro and Caleta-Car. Not always, but there have been occasions, and that's when Lyon looked most dangerous. On the other hand, I thought that Marseille didn't offer much. They grew into the game slowly, but gradually. I haven't really seen Milik. I think Khaoui has been very disappointing. His touch has been poor. I think his passing's been off. I think he's lost possession probably even more than 50% than he's had the ball, generally. Okay, so he's had 19 touches, lost possession 9 times, 7 successful passes out of 13, so he's not been in the game whatsoever. Payet either, I've not really seen much. I think the only time that Payet has actually touched the ball is when he's taken corners. He has been involved in some build-up play, but not a whole lot. For me, it all seems to be going through Thauvin, and that's where they have hoped for their threat to come from. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to expect from this game. I think Marseille's midfield, despite the chances being created in behind them, I think Gueye and Kamara actually looks quite good. I like this partnership. I think it's quite intriguing. They both work together to keep their line. So, if that's drilled into them at half time, that they have to do that even more, stay concentrated for the 45 minutes, not, say, for instance, 35 minutes to the 45, then they might control the game a bit more. Still remains to be seen. I don't think they could keep up for 90 minutes, Marseille, but I don't know. It could go any way this match at the moment. If anyone's got any suggestions, if anyone's got any comments, if anyone's got any predictions, anything, even talk about your favourite food, just let us know all the time here for some good conversation on Let's Talk Sport. And don't forget to like and subscribe as per usual. So at half time, it's currently 1-1 between Marseille and Lyon in what could be a big race, a big game for the race for top 4, for top 5, the league title. What are your thoughts? We got any Lyon fans? We got any Marseille fans? What do we think of the game? So currently, the Gueye, who is the Marseille manager, technically an interim, not got that much experience in coaching. If you look at his Wikipedia page, even the managerial experience is a very short 2 paragraphs. Monaco, his football stats aren't even very much available. He's the head of the academy of Marseille, and now he's filled in as interim from 2021. The only coaching experience he's actually got is from a side called Thierry Arco, not too sure, and Le Havre back in 2002 to 2004. So not got bags of experience, but he currently has only lost 1 of his games as manager, which is, it's very good. I don't think you can really complain that much. Then let's not also forget that Rudy Garcia, the Lyon manager, who I think is held in high regards despite failing to qualify for the Champions League this year. He got them far in the Champions League. They went out to the semi-finals, didn't they? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank and I can't remember. So he's been managing Lyon since 2019. He was also Marseille coach before this. So this is him going back to the Velodrome. He has gone back to the Velodrome before with Lyon, but now this is just another occasion that he does so. He's also managed Lille before, who are currently first. So, and Dijon, who lost to PSG yesterday. So, Rudy Garcia, a French manager, so you can expect that he has been to a few French clubs, but he's managed a few around in France. He's had his moments, let's just say. Well, moments. That's a really weird way of saying it. But yeah, he's won Ligue 1 with Lille, I think so, and he also got Marseille to the Europa League final. So he has done very good stuff with other clubs in France. He got Lyon to the semi-finals of the Champions League. That was very good for the squad he had. So just going over some other fixtures now. The Atletico Madrid game is currently 1-0 at half-time, and Alfonso Pedraza has got the own goal. Unfortunately, from what I saw, I haven't had much on the game. I haven't seen much of the game. I've also got the Liverpool versus Sheffield United game. So currently it is Sheffield United 0, Liverpool 2. 88 minutes played. Curtis Jones got one of the goals, and also Brian got the other goal, which is unfortunate. He's not played that much for Sheffield United, but he was one of their transfers this summer, and I guess 1 goal in 6 games, or 1 own goal in 6 games, doesn't bode well. It doesn't look that good. But Liverpool have looked a bit more back into their rhythm. They seem to have a lot of shots from what I've seen, so maybe this is the stepping stone they needed to, not push for the title, because they're too far back. Even if they win this, they're 19 points off City. It's still wishful thinking. They can't win the title, in my opinion. 20 points off or 19 points, no, forget it. But they have got Chelsea coming up in the next game at home. Who knows? I doubt they'll win 5. They'll lose 5 games in a row at home. That's highly unlikely. Then I've got Fulham, Wolverhampton, Arsenal, Villa, Leeds, Newcastle, building up to that Manchester United game at the beginning of May. So it's a chance for them to get a run of games together so that they could maybe win or get that top 4 spot. Who knows? Still quite a way in the season to go. There's still about 12 games after this one today, so Liverpool could finish top 4, they could finish top 5. Do any of us think they'll finish outside the top 4? No Champions League? What does this mean for Klopp? Any questions, football related, go for it. I'm all ears. So, I'll be back in a short instance. Don't go anywhere. It would help if I turned on my sound. So it's just been called full time at so Liverpool now 1 point within West Ham. Chelsea, who are in 5th place, and that means 1 point. What am I talking about? They've got on 43 points now. Sorry, I got completely weirded out there. They're 1 point behind Chelsea, I was right, who are in 5th place. They're now 2 points behind West Ham, who are in 4th place. So Champions League football is completely possible for Liverpool now. They don't play West Ham they've played West Ham twice this season already, so they can't exactly take points off them. But they can hope for West Ham to slip up, which is completely feasible, let's just say. So Liverpool's chances of Champions League football is still well and truly alive. Maybe they could overtake Leicester too, who are on 49 points, 6 points ahead of Liverpool after their 3-1 loss today with Arsenal. Seeing that game, they were Leicester weren't good. Oh, I'm sorry, and I say that, and the second half has just got underway in Marseille. So, right back underway now. And, yeah, as I was mentioning, Leicester lost 3-1 to Arsenal today and completely deserved to lose. I thought Rodgers completely got it wrong. I'm not sure what he was attempting to do with Ntcham and Vardy up front, with Ndidi with a midfield with Tielemans. He just looked lost. Ndidi wants to cover all that space in midfield. He wants to cover every single inch. He doesn't want and Tielemans sitting next to him, coming into his space. And I thought Ndidi was culpable for the Luiz goal. He didn't mark him properly. I thought that, well, the second one he gives away the penalty, so he was probably culpable there. And Ntcham missed a great chance near the end of the game. Does well to bring the ball down, but then shoots the ball way over the bar, which I just didn't understand. For every good action Ntcham does, he does something bad, like shoots it way over the top of the bar or miscontrols something. And I was very frustrated with Leicester today. I thought Rodgers kept getting it wrong, whereas Arteta with Xhaka and El Neni, hard work in midfield, they all run round after the ball, and then he can keep the ball under pressure. Xhaka can spread the ball across the field. I think Arsenal's best midfield consists of those two and not Partey, which says a lot about for a £50 million signing. But anyway, getting back to this one, and Cornes looks to get a cross in on the ground, and Marseille deal with it. And this second half looks already more high-tempoed. Oh, so Thauvin has just been called up for a foul, which I don't think he committed. I think Cornes just falls awkwardly onto his own knee, and that's why he falls down. Oh, it's Thauvin treads slightly onto his knee, which is why he looks in pain, let's just say. So Thauvin grinning at the referee, and he couldn't have done much to get out of Cornet's way. So, in the game for head of the table, not head of the table, currently second at the moment after losing last week to Inter Milan, AC Milan are winning 2-1 against Roma, and I've just about managed to grab a look at the goal, and that Roma goal is a good one. Oh no, the Rebic one is a really good one. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I like this kind of blue-grey away kit that the Milan have. It's nice. But this is another game where, well, Dzeko is out yet again with a groin injury, which, when Dzeko's out for one game, you start questioning whether he really is injured or if this is Fonseca's decision. I don't know. Considering he scored against Braga in the week, I don't know. I think it's a shame that he's either injured or actually out. So yeah, in the Roma versus Milan game, it's 1-2 currently to AC Milan. Veretout getting the goal for Roma, Kessie on the penalty for Milan, and Rebic with a very nicely turned goal. And this makes sure that Inter don't run away with the league. Even with this win, AC Milan is still 4 points behind Inter Milan, which is still a long haul considering that Inter Milan have no European football. I say that now, but Inter Milan just about scraped through against Red Star Belgrade. I keep saying it wrong. And now they're going to play Manchester United in the next round. So AC Milan still have European football, and that could really take its toll considering Milan's thin squad. Cricket experts, who do you think will win this match? Your prediction, Marseille versus Lyon. I wouldn't be surprised if they upped their tempo a bit, both of them, and they both got a goal each, but I'm still predicting a draw. I think it will stay a draw. I think both will just get a goal. One would call me mad for saying so, because Lyon look like they could create the chances and Marseille don't look so. But I think they can grab a goal against this Lyon side. So I think it'll be 2-2 cricket experts, if that's the question you're asking. So yeah, Lyon have come into the second half with a lot more intent, and yet again, not surprising. That's the kind of thing that you'd expect from Lyon. Not had a shot yet, but they're getting the ball in the box. I just think with players like Milik and Thauvin, you never know. I think they can create some sort of magic, both of them individually. So, no changes currently for either side. Ooh, and I'm not sure who's on the end of that ball. It's hard to see sometimes the players. And Payet is just fouled by Cadewera there. I think I'm saying Cadewera, right? I'm not really too sure. If someone can help me pronounce it, I'm all for. So now Payet with the ball into his own half, passing it through. I can't really see who's on the ball. Oh, and a decent cross, but Milik's run is just a bit late again. And it looks like it's Nagatomo who gets the right-footed cross in on the ground, finds the space in between the Lyon defenders, between the right back and the centre backs, and good chance, but Milik doesn't time his run properly. And could you blame Milik? He wasn't expecting the ball, and who would? And I'm just seeing in the AC Milan game, Donnarumma coming out to Mauro really well, making sure that there's not a chance from there. And now Paqueta has got the ball again, playing it off for Dubois, who's starting to get a bit more adventurous in this, well, just generally through the game, get a bit further forward. Depay lets it run, and Kamara deals with it now to Gueye. And it's Mandanda on the ball. Long ball, swerving, awkward one, gets it away. And Thauvin is looking for a foul and pushing it back, but he gets the ball back and turns it. Looks like he can run at this Lyon defence, and Lyon are back in possession. And they're breaking. Depay just gets out wide with the ball, crosses it. Oh wait, no, that was a shot, and that was well over. That was quite far over. Yeah. You think Depay could be dangerous when he's not in that number 9 role, but then he does something like that. Seems like he drove himself too far from the goal. So yeah, unfortunate. Wasted chance for Lyon there. Now Marseille are comfortably in their own half. So, as usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any comments are appreciated. We'd love to get into the conversation with you lot in the chat, even cricket experts. If you're still watching, what are your thoughts on anything else football-wise? Let's have it. I'm intrigued to anything. Just tell me anything. I'm looking at this AC Milan, this Roma AC Milan game, and I'm curious if they've had a Guinness event on there, because you can tell on the pitch in the middle there's this impression in the mud. It's almost written Guinness. It looks like that's the outline. So I wonder if they had an event leading to that. Ooh, and Roma just had a really good chance. Mkhitaryan's left foot over the bar, but swerving effort, really good. Now Lyon are on attack, and well, Cadewera gets in the way of Mendes' through ball, and Mendes is really scruffing hard. Scruffing hard, it's not a word. He's really chipping away to get that ball, but doesn't get the chance in the end, and Marseille get it clear. And then he has to deal with it, and he flicks it over Milik. That's great. Love to see it. Love to see it. Denayer is a weird one. He can be so unbalanced and lose the ball so silly, but then he can also bring that sort of thing to the game. And a good through ball for Cornet. And it's well covered by Alvaro. Confidently. That looked like a dangerous tackle in the box. Lirola clears the ball again, and Lyon are just knocking at the door, not creating a chance, but they look like they could put Marseille into quite some danger. Marseille's sitting back again. They're going back to they're sticking to first half tactics. It worked for them, in all fairness. If you take the first half as an example, they come out with a point. But now Lyon just playing a bit more comfortably in their own half. Oh, they let it run to Depay. Oh, and Depay's shot just goes wide. Oh, Caleta-Car just lets the ball run. Depay picks it up just on the just in front of the box, turns around, runs a bit, and then still on the edge of the box, takes a left-footed shot. It just goes wide of the post. Unfortunate there. And Depay looks to be really involved in this game a lot more now. Which is, I mean, what Lyon would want. And Marseille breaking, Kamara bringing it out to Thauvin. Tauvin's got Lirola overlapping him, and he doesn't go for it. He goes for the instant cross. Oh, and it's a shot on the side netting. Oh, unfortunate from Khaoui. I didn't see that coming. I thought Thauvin would choose his overlapping fullback. He gets the cross in, the very nicely floated cross. Milik just misses it, and Gueye just shoots it wide at the near post with his left foot. That's unfortunate. Lopez might have been covering it anyway, so. And that's the really only clear-cut chance that Marseille have had in the second half. It was a good one, though. And Lyon are back on the ball in their own half, in their last third. They can bring it up quickly, though. Dubois forward. He's still got the ball at his feet. He gives it to Payet. And he gets that through to Aouar into nice space. And Aouar manages to flick it onto Dubois. Dubois wants to get the cross in. Oh no, it looks like a handball. That looks like it should be a handball. And Lyon are back on the ball anyway. There's no decision that's been made yet. Then a pass out to Cornet. Cornet's just nearly in the last third. And Akambi, who we haven't really seen on the second half, looks like he wants to dribble past Lirola and Thauvin. He gets through them scruffily, but then Alvaro just about tackles him. Well, just about tackles him easily. Akambi was really going into no space, and for me, if you're giving that Nagatomo, that should be a handball. It hits his arm here, licks up, close range. But if you're giving the one that's on Payet before, you've got to give that one. You've got to give that penalty. So now it's Caleta-Car. Caleta-Car, Mandanda. Gonna boot it long, and I don't. Payet just about gets his chest out to it, and now Payet can break. Gets a through ball in to Thauvin. It's just a bit too easy for Cornet to get it. Goes out for a throw-in. Cornet slides in, gets the ball out. No worries there for him. I said worries again, didn't I? Oh my word. Alvaro. Caleta-Car is on the ball, looking to make the pass. He makes it through. And now it's Milik on the ball, dropped from that number 9 position. Now he needs to get back into it. Oh, and it's spread out wide really well from Thauvin. And Payet is out wide. Gets the cross in. Oof. And Khaoui wants to just get ahead of the goalkeeper, but the cross is too high, and Lopez manages to catch the ball high quite easily. Now Marseille are applying pressure. They're looking really to get a good chance for themselves. Now Aouar's on the ball deep in his own half. Spreads it out. Payet there. Payet's playing a very hybrid midfield role. That midfield 3 is very much a loose midfield 3. Aouar gets into his own space as he wishes. Payet is spreading out wide, almost covering that right hand position. Then you've got Mendes, who's just sitting in, but sometimes bringing more forward. It's a very interesting 4-3-3 that Lyon have got going on here. It's not very standard where you've got the midfield 3 that stays tight, but bringing more forward, and the forwards add that space. it's all a bit free flow, which is it's nice to see. It's really nice. And now Milik on the edge of the box looks to dribble. He does. He gets one-on-one with Denayer. Denayer blocks his shot, and Lyon look like they can break with Mendes. He gets the ball to Akambi, and Akambi's under pressure. He slips. Non-fault of his own, and Lirola looks to get out wide. Thauvin is on the edge of the box. Gets the cross in. Milik's right foot shot, and it's easy for Lopez to catch. Marseille are getting more chances now, but the shooting has got to be a bit better. Obviously, Milik's right foot is not as good as his left, but you want Milik to work the goalkeeper a bit more. Force that parry. And Marseille look to have got themselves a free kick. It looks like Alvaro is the culprit there. Kamara is contesting, and I'm not really too sure why if he's won the free kick. Is he wanting a card for Aouar? Oh, it's a Lyon the free kick, so it must have been Kamara the culprit and Aouar the victim. Lyon back on the ball quite comfortably. Mendes on it, spreads it out wide to Cornet. Cornet looks like he's got acres to run into, but decides to pull it back to Mendes. Paqueta's fouled by Kamara there, and I think Kamara is pushing his luck there, and he'll probably get booked. This is the second foul in quick succession that he's committed, and it's clearly out of frustration. That's when a player of such a young age has to really stay calm and not commit silly errors like that. He's played enough for Marseille to know now that you can't be committing stupid fouls. Maybe that foul made more sense than the first one, but still, he's putting the referee under pressure now the next time that he does make a foul. And it looks like Depay's going to pull in the free kick. It's essentially quite far out, and he takes a shot, but it goes over. I'm not sure how Depay thought he was going to beat Mandanda there. It's really ambitious. Nicely dipped, but still well over. Depay has been very selfish in this match. Yet again, nothing new from Depay, but when you're not winning the match, you can't just afford to waste chances like that. They could have really put Marseille under pressure at that point. And they're not exactly getting a whole load of clear-cut chances, so Depay needs to be a bit more clinical, even just in the way he's playing, his decision-making. And I wouldn't say Depay's had the greatest of nights. Depay's on the ball and he loses it to a Kambi challenge. And they've given a free kick to Lyon, which I'm not too sure why. Maybe I missed something. Oh, I just saw a moment in a Roma AC Milan game. Roma lose the ball in midfield. Rebic takes a shot while falling over, but then really puts the goalkeeper under pressure there. That would have been a nice goal if it had been pulled off. And another Lopez in goal for this one for Roma. Paul Lopez just about scrambles back to get it over the bar. Gets a corner, good chance for Milan. And from what I've seen, it's looked positive from Rebic. And there's been a yellow card, and yeah, it's Kamara. You see, this is what I said. He's got to keep his cool, and he doesn't. He commits another silly foul. He just. Oh, I think that was a bit of a harsh one though. Looking at it, it doesn't look like he actually makes contact. And I think hard done for that one, Kamara. So 65 minutes in, Depay on the end of the free kick. Oh, and a terrific save in the Villarreal match. What a save! So Depay, I know it's a cross, but it looks more like a shot, and another wasted chance for Depay. So in the Villarreal Atletico Madrid match, Asensio just had to pull out a great save. I think it was from Luis Suarez. What a save that was. Back to this game anyway. Depay is frustrating me. I think if he wants to play for a top club, this is why he hasn't exactly been that effective. For instance, Manchester United, he was not very well appreciated there. I can't explain the full extent as to why, but if he's going to be selfish like that when he needs to really include his team a bit more, or be a bit more decisive, then it's not going to work. And Lyon look like they're going to make a change. It looks like Cherki's coming on for a Cambi. So Cherki is coming on for a Cambi. Looking forward to seeing what Cherki can do in this match. He's the younger French no, he's not a French international. I say that. He's still really young. He's 17, but a lot of hopes for him. He scored against Ajaccio the other week in the Coupe de France. What do they call it? The last 16 or last 32? Yeah. Got that. I remember getting that red card the other month against who did he get a red card against? I'm trying to look now. Metz, yes. Played 18 games for Lyon this season. One for the future without doubt. And Payet looks to get the left cross in. Oh, and Mendes just about scrums it. Oh, what is Lopez doing? It looks wild from Lopez, but in all fairness, he gets it out for a throw-in. He kind of punches it away really silly. He comes well out of his goal near the byline. I mean, Mendes is clear and it's dangerous, but just good intention to get the ball. Then near the byline, Lopez comes to punch the ball and doesn't look in control whatsoever. I think Corney's committed a foul throw, but there wasn't given. He just... technically a foul throw, but you know. I won't say if you don't. And Lyon break really quickly there. Looks like Dubois gets across him and Mandanda grabs it easily. No worries there. Oh, I said no worries again. I have to stop. So Mandanda gets long. Actually finds someone this time. But then Khaoui takes it out. He's claiming a throw, but that looks like a Lyon throw. It is a Lyon throw. There's not really much use to Mandanda's long balls if it's not gonna find anyone firstly, or secondly if the person that does find ends up losing it. Milo Yagtu saying who's gonna win? I don't know. I think either team can win. That's the big problem, man. I think Lyon have dominated possession. They look like they could get the better chances, but the better chances have actually come to Marseille. And Milik typically had that right-footed shot before. Khaoui had that left-footed shot just hitting the side netting. I know that Lyon have dominated possession in the second half. Well, dominated. They've had a bit more possession, but I still think that Marseille are creating the better chances, and I think Payet getting more involved in the game is essential. Thauvin's a bit quieter in the second half, but he can still produce moments of magic. Just because of those individuals, I think Marseille might have that little edge. So that's why I think it's going to win, Milo. Oh, from badly cleared there from Alvaro that hits Gueye, that hits Alvaro again. And now Lyon are back in possession in Marseille's final third. And they play it back out to Marcelo comfortably. Dubois looking to find a ball forward. He just keeps going with it, then he keeps carrying it. No, he's going to give it to Cherki. No, now Cherki's got it. Sorry, apologies. It was Paqueta, then Cherki. Corney on the ball. Passes it forward to... I can't say his name. Kadewere. Awar gets a nice two ball. Memphis Depay doesn't fight enough for it, and Caleta-Car really just gets in front of him. Defends it well. And Payet now looks down injured. Leg injury. What are Marseille going to do? Paquetá has got a second yellow card, and he's off. And he is off. I don't believe this. I think that's soft. I think that's really soft. The first yellow card shouldn't be a yellow card for Paquetá. He gets the ball on the Payet challenge. That's really, really unfortunate. I feel very hard done if I were Lyon at this point. The first yellow card shouldn't be a yellow card. He's even protesting that the handball was not a handball, and he's right. He's right. It comes off his body onto his hand. So the fact that he's given it, I don't believe this. Yeah, that's really terrible officiating, I have to admit. And even on the Payet challenge, I don't think his studs come in. He definitely gets the ball before he gets Payet. I'm a bit shocked. So Paquetá's still, even at this point, showing the mark on his body, even though it wasn't in this half. So, if this stays the same, 1-1 is like the reverse fixture, the away side getting a red card. Oh, and I've just seen Villarreal 0, Atletico Madrid 2. It is João Felix who has got the goal. And I thought Paquetá was actually having an okay game. I thought he was really challenging that midfield of Marseille. There's midfield 3 of Mendes and Aouar and Paquetá really stretching Kamara and Gueye. Okay, so Mikel Cuisance is now coming on, who is on loan from Bayern Munich. And he's not exactly set the world alight at Marseille. He's not exactly a goal scorer anyway. Hasn't scored a goal yet. So it looks like Payet might be okay to continue. It looks like he might just be getting back on the pitch now. So yeah, Gueye coming off for Cuisance. Gueye got more into the game, which in the second half, but still I think the right move was made at this point. And Lyon have decided to bring Bruno on for Aouar, which is very surprising. I thought Aouar would be the one that would actually create a decent chance for Lyon, but apparently not. And Corner has come off for De Siglio. So De Siglio, notoriously a right back. I wonder if he's going to sit in and they're going to play with maybe 3 at the back. And De Siglio is one of those extra defenders, extra 3 at the back. I think Lyon can feel a bit aggrieved about this match. This was very harsh on them. And Gueye now on the ball, just about treading into the opposing opponent half. Bring it back to Caleta-Car. Caleta-Car looks to want to get it long, but then decides to go to Alvaro. Alvaro bringing it forward, got the space. And I think it's Cuisance on the ball. Back to Gueye. Gueye spreads it out right wide to Lirola and failed pass to Payet, goes out of play for a throw-in. So De Siglio, ex-AC Milan and Juventus defender. Italian international, still currently part of that Italian setup. The Roberto Mancini. So it looks like De Siglio is filling in at left back to some extent. It looks like they may be playing at 5 at the back, but from what I can see right now is playing left back. And Depay managed to just about lob it over Gueye. He brings it out to the left. He wants to take on Kamara. He's got Gueye and Kamara to take on and loses the ball. He could have tried crossing it, but I think he tried threading the ball through them both and it didn't work out for them. Lyon could still going for it. Oh, and it's a foul on Dimitri Payet. But Shirky, I think, puts his hand into Payet's face. It's soft. And best player Zakes YTB. Allez Lyon, my friends. Hello there. Yeah, well, they've just got a red card, and I think undeserved. I don't take sides in either of them. I want to see a good match, but they will feel hard done by that. I thought those were 2 soft yellow cards for Paquetá. I don't think the first one was even a handball. I never known someone. I don't know people recently who give a yellow card for that sort of handball, an accidental one. I don't know. Now Thauvin's out wide. He's been closed in by De Siglio, and it goes out for a corner. So could be a chance for Payet to get another cross in. So best players. So you support Lyon, I guess. Are you French? So Payet gets a chance to deliver another ball. I think Payet's been very effective in the second half. I obviously managed to get someone a red card. I mean, if you want to call that effective. Cross comes in. It's a decent one, but Denaya's in front of it, and Lopez wildly comes out and punches it. I never feel comfortable with Lopez in goal. I think that Lyon could have a better goalkeeper. I'll say that now. And Kamara. Payet looks like to get a deep cross in. Denaya gets on the end of it. And it's Nagatomo again. Back to Kamara. Kamara gets it to Payet. Payet loses the ball. No. Gueye gets it back. Payet looks like his touch just let him down there. And Mendes does well to intercept, let's just say, or to cut out any potential ball. And Marseille applying pressure high, which is probably what you have to do against a 10-man side. Especially a 10-man side that hindered so much on Paquetá as well. I'm not saying he's the essential part of that Lyon side. I'm just saying their shape was very dependent on that. Mendes, Aouar, Paquetá. Now Aouar's come off. Paquetá's been sent off. I do worry for that midfield structure. And it looks like there's been words exchanged quite fiercely. I think it's between Payet and Mendes, and they both might be booked here. So Mendes and Payet, yep, both booked. Both booked. So Mendes getting his 5th yellow card of the season, and that could have been more. I see them now. They've put their heads together. They both swerve their heads towards each other while their heads are pressed up against each other, but who'd you give the red card to? Did you give the red card? I don't know. And it's just finished in the Roma-Milan game, and they look very happy, Milan, to have got that win. It was important to get back on track. They haven't won in their last 4 games. They've drawn 2 of those 4. Those 2 draws came in the Europa League. They lost the last 2 league games, Spezia and Inter Milan. So they haven't won since the 2nd of February. Good to finally get that win again, and that means they're 4 points off Inter Milan. Still a long way to go, but they can still dream. They've kept breathing space ahead of Juventus. Juventus, who have a game in hand on them, but still failed to beat Verona yesterday, and Verona's one of those teams. It's a bogey team, so it's I wouldn't say it's a good draw for Juventus, but it's one that can happen. And Marseille now with the ball. Kamara playing it back to Alvaro. Alvaro over to Lirola. And Lirola tries playing in Gueye and does so well. Denayer throws himself in, gets turns, but then Mendes is there to cover. And maybe Mendes is the key to this whole game now, considering that well, Lyon have taken off all their midfielders. Well, they've not taken off all their midfielders. They've had one sent off. Unjustly, I will say. I will say unjustly. So it looks to get heated now. It looks to be getting very heated. I wouldn't be surprised if there were more yellow cards in this game. Alvaro with Memphis Depay. It's I don't know what went on there. Yeah, Memphis Depay does barge his elbow into him. Alvaro does the same back when he gets up. Now it's a bit of a heated exchange. And I think the way this is starting now, the 80th minute, we might be getting more cards in this game. So Depay and Alvaro now have both been booked as well. And to come back to my point, discipline in Ligue is lower than it has been. Well, it's not been great, let's just say. Also in the Nîmes versus Nantes today, there was a red card for Miguel, who got a second yellow card. One in the 5th minute and one also in the 91st minute, so 2 ends of the game. So now Dubois on the ball. Gets it to Bruno. And Cherki is looking to run into that Marseille defence. And he releases Dubois. I think Dubois might be offside. He might keep it in play. Oh, and stepping on the ball to keep it in. But it still rolls out, unfortunately, for Dubois. Just a bit too heavy, that ball from Cherki. It looks like he could have played others in, but Marseille's line was quite high, so I'm not sure if they'd been onside. Now Gueye's on the ball. Gueye looks to be a bit more advanced than Kamara now. Kamara is sitting in as that number 6. Gueye's getting a bit more forward. Put pressure onto Lyon. They're a man down. Be a bit more adventurous. Keep the 3 at the back. Caleta-Car, Alvaro, and then just Kamara in front of them. Kamara can still play as some sort of deep playmaker. But Gueye can surge forward a bit more. Be a bit more adventurous. And Kamara's on the ball again. Spreads out to Lirola. And a ball over the top. And they still lose it. Payet tries to keep it in play. And Marseille still only the one substitution for the moment. Khaoui coming off and Cuisance coming on. Cuisance looking to play a very central role. He's most of the time been more advanced than Milik in this game. And a long ball from Cherki over the top. And, well, is Khaoui going to keep it in play? Cherki does well. A nice through ball to Depay, and Mandanda does well. But it goes through to Depay again. Depay gets the ball and he's been called offside. I think that was the only thing that was going to happen. But very, very nicely weighted pass from Cherki through into Depay. And Depay's offside from the start. Even minutes ago he was in an offside position. Didn't really do anything to stay onside. Even before Cherki got the ball, Depay was offside. So I don't know what he was expecting from that action. Yeah, little wink from the referee and seems a bit dishonest if you ask me. But Depay's offside, there's no arguing. It's a great through ball from Cherki. That's perfectly weighted pass. Mandanda, unfortunately, they went for his leg, but it's offside, so it doesn't matter. And Marseille still haven't tilted the possession stats in their favour. It's still 49% in the second half, 48 in total. Even though Payet got sent off in the 71st minute. Give it time, maybe at the end of the game, Marseille might have spread out the possession, or not spread out, dominated a bit more in the second half of possession to go in their favour. And you just see from the other game, the Villarreal Atletico Madrid, and Oblak's been forced into it. Oh no, it hit the bar. I said nothing. Ooh. And Lopez is giving the ball away to Marseille. Mendes is in control, so it's okay. Wouldn't have given the ball away again. Thauvin running down that flank, and Cuisance couldn't get out of his feet. And Thauvin tried to. No, sorry, it's Lirola. Alvaro deep into the opponent's half. That's Gueye in the middle. Then I get the block in and it's a corner. Yeah, they look to be advancing a bit more, Marseille. And Denea never looked comfortable blocking shots. Well, what's new? And a corner for Marseille coming up. It looks like another one for Dimitri Payet he could put in there. And the cross comes in from Marseille. Alvaro gets a header on it. It's the side of his head. Goes wide. And there will be a substitution for Lyon Cadewera, who I can't pronounce, so I'm happy he's coming off. Is coming off for Slimani. And Lyon are also taking off Dubois for Diamande, which I have to say I don't know if I was expecting that. And a goal kick from Lopez that goes towards Slimani. He does well to keep it in, and it looks like Cherki handballs that forward. Does this say a lot about Marseille that someone needs to score? You say Edwin? Possibly. It's actually not a bad game. I actually enjoyed it more than anything, surprisingly enough. Does someone need to score? Who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for Marseille? Lyon? Which Olympic are you rooting for? I completely forgot to call this the Olympic Derby, and I'm ashamed of myself. But do you think anyone will score, Edwin? I don't know whether I'd put my money on Marseille or Lyon. I know I'd put my money on a draw. Oh, apologies. Oh, Payet gets the cross in, and Denea gets ahead of it again. And that's been Denea all day. It's what Denea does. He gets in front of balls, he clears it, puts his body on the line. Cliched saying it in such a way, but it's what he does. Cuisance on the ball. Passes it back to Gueye. And Marseille are deep into Lyon's half. Again, since the red card, they've decided to bring the game to Lyon, which you would expect as well. Nagatomo is on the ball, looking to get forward. Gueye. Poor pass. Poor pass. Mendes gets in the way of that. And his pass is missed there. Alvaro back on the ball. So Lyon have made all 5 substitutions, whereas Marseille have made just one of their 5 substitutions. Lirola. Oh, Thauvin, sorry. Lirola. Getting that wrong way around. Gueye gets it forward, and Nagatomo. Oh, actually. Oh, Payet does really well to get on the end of that. The cross is ambitious, and Mendes gets in the way again. Mendes has been solid since the red card. Ooh, and Nagatomo does well to keep that in. Gueye with the cross, deep, and Marcel gets on his head on it. Caleta-Car, Alvaro, and Marseille aren't exactly going all out for it. Oh well, it looks like a dead goal would do justice to my slip, bro. Who have you got on then, Edwin? Who's your bet on? I actually thought Lyon might win this, just about edge it before the match. I was still reasonably confident during the match. The red cards killed this, and Lyon don't look to be creating any clear-cut chances except for the Depay one that was offside in the end. So, who are you looking for to win, Edwin? Lyon, Marseille? And the referee's given 4 minutes of added time, so once we get to the end of the 90 minutes. Payet's got a free kick. I think Payet's been influential in that in the second half. I'd find it hard to call him out of the match, honestly. I hope Lyon wins, Mr. Gengen. You a Lyon fan? Right, I went for a double chance market, essentially either team. I feel sorry, especially the fact that when it's exactly the same as the reverse fixture. Lyon with the home side scored on a penalty. Marseille scored away, and actually the away side got a red card. So it's a carbon copy almost. Marseille is still deep into Lyon's half, so they could grab a winner. It's not unforeseeable. I doubt Lyon will. Mr. Gengen. Nah, I just bet money. That's fine, Mr. Gengen. I do the same. I do the same. I said a Lyon win, but don't think they'll get anything from it. And Kamara still on the ball. Cuisance. And Lyon, they're bringing Depay back now, so it might push Marseille a bit deeper. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be a goal, honestly, which is a bit of a shame, I guess, for you guys who've got money on either team to win. So if Lyon wins, then you're both winners there, aren't you? They could win. They could win. They've actually not been bad when down to 10 men. It's just in the last few minutes there, they've started to let it go a bit. And Cuisance takes a kick goal, despite the whistle having been blown. And Lopez's save is spectacular with his feet, let's just say. So Lyon have got a free kick now. I don't know whether that was an offside or a foul. I did unfortunately miss that. And I've been very disappointed in Depay. I know this is typically what he does, but you expect more from him, from a leader like that, to make the right decisions, and he's the one making those wrong ones. Slimani gets the ball, cuts it in. Shirky just outside the box, looking to dribble past them, and Cuisance, Kamara and Gueye are all too tight on him, and now Lyon have conceded a free kick, and it's Bruno on Cuisance. Fools, I'd rather have Lyon win, to be honest, but time nearly up. Time's coming to an end. Yeah, if Lyon wins, I think we're all winners there. Edwin missed again. I also bet on Lyon, so you know I'm winning if Lyon win. But the red card was unjustified in my opinion. I thought it was. I'm struggling with it. I'm really struggling with that one. I don't know what happened there. So now Gueye's on the ball. Bringing back to Nagatomo. And it's Caleta-Car. Passing it round very, very slowly. Kamara bring out wide to Thauvin, and Tauvin's played a bit deeper than Lirola in this second half. So I don't know whether that shows Tauvin's intentions. It doesn't look like he's been working that hard. So numerical advantage. Memphis really had a below par game. Yeah, I'd agree. I thought Memphis was really disappointing, and it seemed like he wasn't very ready to take responsibility onto his shoulder. I mean, when that free kick and he just shot for it and went over the bar, things like that, or the poor passes, not staying on side when he should have for that Turkey through ball. It's not what you want a leader to do, which I should point out, because Memphis Depay is wearing that captain's armband. How many minutes left? Well, it's just been called. Oh no, wait, no, that's a yellow card for Gueye, for Papa Gueye. 4 minutes 20, and it was 4 minutes at a time, so I think the referee should be whistling soon. Snap, likewise. Yeah, exactly. I think we're all in the same boat here, thinking this draw is a disappointment. But Lyon, they've got one chance. Lopez is going to take the free kick. It's on the halfway line. Maybe this could be the chance that they need to get that goal that we all want. And Lopez takes it. Oh no, Lopez does not take it. Marcelo tries heading it back into the box, but it's not very successful. Cuisance heads it, and the referee has called it full time. So, yeah, an unfortunate one there. Unfortunate for you lot who did bet on Lyon to win. So in the second half, Marseille did get more passes in. They started to not exactly dominate, but obviously because of the red card, they got on the ball a lot more. So 59% in that second half. Overall, 53% possession for Marseille. 47. Marseille attempted 12 shots. Lyon 11. Marseille only had 2 shots on target, and Lyon only had the 1. So I guess not a great day for the goalkeepers. I'm not exactly one who would rate Mandanda or Lopez as goalkeepers, but you'd expect a better ratio for saves. Blocked shots 5 from Marseille, 4 from Lyon. 0 offsides for Marseille, which is that surprising? I guess so. 6 for Lyon though. And corners, obviously Marseille dominated that, you could tell in that game. Big chances. Now the stats here say 1 each, which I'm not totally convinced by. I'd say Marseille maybe had the bigger chances. Lyon created... Okay, sorry, I'll rephrase that. Throughout the whole game, Lyon probably created the better chances, but the big chances probably came to Marseille. If you look at the Khaoui one, the Milik one, well, Milik's not a big chance, but it's still a shot on target that could have gone in. And I look at the stats now and I see Lyon attempted 15 crosses with 1 successful, which is low. Marseille completed 5 out of 24 attempted, which could be considered low as well. The duels pretty even, 46 won by Marseille, 48 won by Lyon. Lyon lost possession more with 123 times to Marseille's 117. It was an evenly matched game in the end, I'd have to say. Lyon will feel hard done, mainly because a penalty was given in that circumstance on Paqueta. It bounces off his body and onto his arm from what I see. That's what I thought. I thought it wasn't a penalty because it bounces off his body onto his arm. And then in the second half, I can't remember now which Marseille player it was. Was it Nagatomo? I think it was. That it appears to hit his shoulder, not his shoulder, his elbow. Yet the referee doesn't give that penalty and the VAR doesn't give it either. So Lyon will feel hard done, firstly because the penalty probably wasn't a penalty. It shouldn't have been a yellow card because it was not intentional. They should have had a penalty that wasn't given to them in the second half. And then Paqueta's second yellow card is not even a foul. So I'd feel hard done if I were Lyon today. Very hard done. On the balance of play, maybe a draw is fair. But I'd feel very disappointed if I were Lyon. And if I were Rudy Garcia, I would not be happy whatsoever. The first half, I thought Marseille's best player was probably Thauvin. Didn't see him in the second half. Disappeared. It all went through Payet afterwards. So I find it hard to judge a man of the match, and I don't think anyone stood out. I really don't. I maybe have to give it to Denayer, who stopped a lot of crosses coming in. I can only say that. So the stats the only reason it was destined to be a draw. Yeah, but even so, I still think Lyon shouldn't have had a penalty against them. I think they should have had a penalty for them, and I think Paqueta should have stayed on the pitch. So, given that, every referee decision that could have gone against Lyon today did go against Lyon. So disappointed right now, though. I feel hard done. It wasn't intentional at all. No, it wasn't. And Nakatoma's penalty was more of a penalty than Paqueta's, but that wasn't given. I don't know. I'd be perturbed if I was the coach. Jeez, exactly. If I were Rudy Garcia, I'd be, dare I say, pissed off. So, I wasn't impressed with anyone. There was no standout performance, so I'd have to say probably Denayer is my man of the match. Just about. I think it's still a hard one. I think Gonzalez and Alvaro and Caleta-Car also had decent games. The defenders in both matches had decent games, so good for that one. I mean, there weren't a lot of shots on goal. Yeah, so now Lyon fall back into third, 1 point behind PSG. Their title hopes aren't up, so they're still only 3 points behind Lille, and Lille can Lille can stumble, but the next game Lyon have got is against Rennes. Then they've got the Coupe de France against Sochaux, then Reims, and then PSG, the big one, in a couple of weeks' time. So, big couple of weeks for Lyon. Rennes is not exactly going to be easy. Reims might be a bit easier, but not sure. Then PSG. So, big week for them. Now, Marseille are somewhat on track. Only lost one league game since the arrival of Ligue, which was against PSG, which is no shame. Next match is against Lille, which is going to be a difficult one. Then they've got Rennes, Brest, Nice, Dijon. They've got a decent run of fixtures after this one. And they're still in the cup. So, okay for Marseille. Looking up. The interim manager's doing okay. Will they get Champions League football? No. I mean, Monaco are 4th, and that's Europa League football. And they're on 55 points, so... And Marseille are on 39. 5th place is a possibility. They're 2 points behind Metz. And Metz gets them a qualifying spot in the Europa Conference League, which will be introduced next year, which would be very interesting. So yeah, not the greatest games. I thought it was okay. But as always a pleasure to watch along and have comments that come in to discuss during the match. We look to be doing more Ligue 1. I do watch some of it. I don't watch all of it, admittedly, but we would like to cover a bit more of these games. And thank you to everyone who joined me. I've been Seb True. Always the same thing. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you like. Tell us anything, questions, whatever. Even in the comments afterwards, we will get in touch. I'll repeat again. Like, comment, subscribe to Let's Talk